Good morning and a very warm welcome to the Anantara Downtown, Dubai. Guys, today I've checked in for a week-long stay here in Dubai's downtown. Over the course of the review, I'll give you a thorough overview of the hotel itself, just here, including the room and the many different facilities and restaurants that it has. So come along, it's going to be a good stay. First things first, let's talk location. The Anantara Downtown is set within the Business Bay area as part of Dubai's wider downtown. It's around a 25 or so minute walk to the famous fountains and around 15 minutes in a cab from Dubai Airport. Down to the other side of Dubai for the Palm and Marina, you're talking around 20 to 30 minutes in a cab depending on traffic. Arriving into the hotel, the Anantara certainly cuts a very imposing and very impressive figure in the downtown. The check-in was handled very efficiently. They do have a makeshift reception at the time of filming. From those concept shots, goodness, it's going to look incredibly good when it's finished. For now, it's a little makeshift reception, as I say, but check-in was handled nice and efficiently, and there was even a free room upgrade in store. My upgraded room was to be on the 13th floor of the hotel and was one of their premier pool view rooms. This is one up from one of the basic room types at the hotel. That would just be one of the simple city view rooms, so it's really nice to get the upgrade, so let's go straight ahead and check out the room. Arriving into the room, the feeling of space was incredibly apparent. This is very much the case for so many five-star properties across Dubai. In terms of the orientation of the rooms, the hotel is actually in a horseshoe type shape, so there are a number of different vistas that you can get. We'll check out the view a little bit later. Perhaps just being slightly critical of the room for a moment, it was certainly showing its age. No doubt there'll be a series of updates to come, one would have thought, given all of the work going on in the lobby. That said, there was an awful lot of nice features that was consistent with the Anantara hotels, not least their fantastic property also on the Palm. The room also featured a generously sized work area that led quite nicely onto the general living space within the room, with a nice sofa and also television overlooking the room itself. Within the cabinet that hosted the TV on the top, there was then also the refreshment area, which featured a full minibar and refrigerator, as you'd expect as part of this. There was also then some tea and coffee making facilities. I would say a big shout out to the housekeeping in the hotel. They did keep those teas and coffees incredibly well topped up throughout the stay. So what then about the bathroom? Well, this undeniably was the highlight of the room. There was also the storage area within the bathroom. Little odd, but we'll cover that off in just a moment. I love the compartmentalized nature of the bathroom. It was such a feeling of space. That roll top bath undeniably was a huge highlight. Given the weather and given the fact that I was visiting in May, a shower of course was generally the order of the day, and doing so with some fantastic views was really quite a treat throughout the day and indeed into the night. The bathroom then also had his and her sinks, a ton of toiletries and you'd expect, and some nice vanity and indeed mirror areas. It really was a super offering. The bathroom hadn't really aged in my opinion at all, and certainly looked very good indeed. As for that slightly interestingly placed storage area, how did I get on with that? Well, actually pretty good, and it was something that really grew on me throughout the stay to have the dressing area actually within the bathroom itself. That said, no sooner had I checked into the room that there was a knock at the door and this fantastic platter was brought up. Everything tasted absolutely fantastic. As with any hotel room, the quality of sleep is absolutely paramount. The Anantara featured these automatically dropped blinds, which ensured for complete darkness within the room and definitely ensured for some fantastic night's sleep throughout my stay. As for the view, the upgraded room certainly delivered in that regard. I had a wonderful view down over the pool and some of its restaurants, so let's head on down and check some of those out. Now, as the hotel guide there indicates, the pool area, like so many hotels in Dubai, is on a slightly raised mezzanine level. This was actually level 3 within the hotel, which also featured the spa and the gym. There was some nice view down over one of the main restaurants on the way. We'll check that out a little bit later into the review during the hours of darkness when it really did look its best. But for now, let's check out this wonderful pool area. pool area itself contained a large bar which also served a selection of pool snacks, all of which looked very good indeed during my stay. The pool was an infinity pool by nature, so that was really very nice and provided a wonderful place to go and cool off, particularly in those warm Dubai days. Overall, they've created a really beautiful Anantara garden type scene, which is very true to their brand and was very much appreciated throughout the stay. There was also then a really decently sized gym and also the famous Anantara spas, indeed one of the best places to get a massage around Dubai. In addition to that, as mentioned, there were a number of restaurants featured, some of which being some of the very best restaurants across Dubai's downtown, so well worth checking out at least during your stay. At around 500 dirhams a night, the Anantara Downtown undeniably provided excellent value for money. That said, if you are looking at staying in one of Dubai's 5-star properties soon, check out the video in the bottom left to check out the far more modern Taj at JLT.